Yo, what is up, guys? It is CRPHD back with another video, and today we're going to be going over my iMac desk tour setup. It's finally ready, and I can't wait to show y'all. Let's hop into it. Now, I know the main question a lot of people are going to be asking is why go with a Mac OS system or an iMac rather than like a PC gaming tower build that probably can come out a lot cheaper. The main reason for that is just because I prefer Mac OS in general, and just because I'm already part of the Apple ecosystem and I'm really deep in it with a lot of the different Apple products and services, so I just felt like an iMac was a better option for me, at least. The iMac that I currently have on my desk setup is equipped with a Core i5, 12 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM, a 1TB hard drive, and AMD Radeon HD graphics. The thing that I like using the most about the iMac is the overall bigger screen, because it makes it so much more comfortable whenever multitasking, especially compared to using my iPad Pro. It's really uncomfortable whenever you're trying to hunch over and get a lot of work done, so it's just preferred, at least for me, to come to an all-in-one like this with a gorgeous 1440p display and get a lot of my work done. And then on top of that, I know y'all see the external monitor, so that helps as well too. The iMac also has a greater port selection compared to the iPad Pro, which only has one USB-C port, and as well as the iMac can also run Final Cut Pro, which is a professional editing software that I've been really wanting to hop into for the longest now, since I've been editing almost all of my videos on LumaFusion on my iPad Pro. So I feel like this is the right step in the right direction to continue on my YouTube career. So the first thing that I wanted to go over for this desk tour setup was the speaker system. Starting at the bottom of the desk, we have this massive subwoofer made from Harman and Kardon. This subwoofer is attached to two satellite speakers that sit on top of the desk, and this is their HK395 system. The subwoofer has amazing bass, and when paired with the two satellite speakers, it not only offers loud but amazing crystal clear sound quality that I really enjoy listening to whenever I'm jamming out to any music or anything like that on my computer. Sitting on top of the speaker is the notorious fake plant. It is something that every tech YouTuber has to have, but more importantly, behind the plant, I have my smart home assistant, Alexa. My bad if I just trigger some of y'all stuff too. I use Alexa to ask simple questions, to set timers and reminders, and most importantly, to cut on and off all the lights in my room. All the lights in my room are smart home compatible RGB light bulbs that can connect to smart home assistants like Alexa, for example. They're not Philips Hues. Trust me, those are way too expensive, but if you're interested, the links will be down in the description below, as well for any other products that I mentioned in this video. Now, moving on to probably the most eye-catching part of the setup, besides the iMac of course, is my external monitor. This is the Samsung Odyssey 27-inch curved 1080p 240Hz gaming monitor on a monitor arm from Amazon. This monitor does have a non-reflective display and NVIDIA's G-Sync technology built into it, which is pretty sick as well. I normally wouldn't go for a monitor like this, just mainly because I can't get the full 240Hz refresh rate from my iMac, and then on top of that, it's kind of just overkill for everything that I have going on, but that does not mean I don't like it though. They usually go for around $300 to $400, but I was able to get it for a great price from Jack, also known as Extensity. Be sure to go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He kind of just had this monitor laying around. There's a much longer backstory to this for another time, but nonetheless, it's just a great addition to the setup. So thanks, Jack. Going on under my iMac now, I had a few things that I wanted to touch on. The first being the G Technology external hard drive. This is a 2TB external hard drive enclosed in a metal casings that is rated at USB 3.0. There are lots of different configurations for this drive in particular. They even make some Thunderbolt models that can move much more data a lot faster and come at larger storage configurations as well, so be sure to check those out. I also have a wireless charging pad from JetTech, I believe that's how you say it, and it usually goes for around $10 to $15. I bought it a while back whenever I first got my iPhone XS Max to test out with wireless charging. It charges my phone relatively slow, so most of the time it's being charged via the lightning cable. I'll probably get a fast charger in the future, but I mean, it's all good for now. And then right besides that, I have my Apple Watch charger, where my Apple Watch Series 4 sits whenever it is not on my wrist, and as well as a USB hub for plugging in any extra accessories, so I don't have to reach all the way in the back of the iMac every time I need to plug something in. It drives me crazy sometimes. As of right now, I'm still using the stock wired keyboard that came with the iMac, but I do plan on upgrading to a Bluetooth or wireless keyboard in the future that has like fancy RGB lights and all that stuff, but as of right now it does the job. And yeah. But something that I did have to switch out relatively quick was the mouse, and that's because my hands are pretty big. I have pretty nice sized hands and the mouse just wasn't working with me. So I ended up picking up and switching to the Logitech MX Master. This is by far one of the most comfortable and versatile mouse on the market, especially for the price, at least in my opinion. It sits comfortably on, I believe this is a Zillow trackpad. This just kind of randomly came in the mail, so I'll take it. The mouse has the option to connect up to 3 devices, either via Bluetooth or the USB receiver that comes in the box. It has customizable buttons that can be adjusted in Logitech's options software, which is pretty cool. You can either download that on Mac OS or Windows, so yeah. And it has world-class battery. Like, this thing lasts forever. I probably haven't charged it more than, I want to say, maybe 15 to 20 times ever since I've had this mouse. And I've had it for maybe like 2 years at this point. Pretty much the battery lasts a long time. There are also newer versions of this mouse out available as of this date of recording. I believe the newest one out is the MX Master 3. I have the regular MX Master 1, the original one. But if you are looking to buy a new mouse or to upgrade any parts of your setup or just anything, I would recommend that the Logitech MX Master be something that you either upgrade to or just consider buying to start your setup. Moving on to the edge of the desk, I have the Fine K670 microphone that Fine Technology was so kind enough to send out themselves. Make sure to check out that video. This microphone has great sound quality and audio jack out for monitoring with headphones if you feel like, and has a very premium design along with premium materials at a very affordable price. The K670 also sits on this microphone arm that allows me to move it freely throughout the desk, which makes it even more useful. Remember, all the links to all the products that I have discussed in this video will be down in the description below in case you're curious. And thanks to Fine Technology for sending out the K670 once more. As you guys can see, I also have 2 lighting sources for the desk. One is obviously just a lamp, and the other one is a softbox made by Koshu, I think that's how you say it. But both of these lights are equipped with those smart home RGB light bulbs that I mentioned earlier. So yeah. Last but not least, I have a second table, which is kind of like an extension of the desk setup, but over here. And it has a Xbox, Wii U, HP Tango X printer, and a 32-inch TV that's on a much more heavy-duty monitor arm that you can't really see. It's kind of hanging up here. There's also some drawers below the desk, like right here. You can kind of see this little open space with a whole bunch of other electronic devices, camera equipment, cords, things like that I just don't want to keep spread out. But yeah. And that concludes the desk tour setup, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long time coming, and it took me forever to finally get it to the point to where I feel like it was presentable. I've been mixing around and doing a lot of stuff to it to finally get it to look the way it does. And there's always things that could be added to the setup and especially upgraded, but I gotta say I'm really happy with the overall outcome. I just want to thank you guys for watching, especially if you stuck around to the end of the video. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new, because we got plenty of videos coming up this summer, especially because your boy is finally graduated from high school now. Finally, it felt like forever. But thank you guys for watching once more again. Stay tuned, because the next video is right around the corner. Peace.